This tutorial will teach you how to add auxiliary functions to your proServ project. Auxiliary functions can be anything from the drop-down menu you can see. They could be a simple switch command, 1 bit on-off. It could be a 4-bit up-down command. They could be a 1 byte unsigned value, a 2 byte floating value, or a URL scheme. The URL schemes are covered in a different tutorial. So we're going to start with the simplest thing, a switching function. Let's say we want to open our garage. We select switch. You can see auxiliary switch in out. Again, a combined communication object where you can drag and drop your group addresses for sending as well as receiving to get a feedback information on the button. This is where I can select what the switch is going to do when I push it. It's always going to send a 1, it's always going to send a 0. If I select off, it's going to toggle 1 or 0, or it's going to send a 1 as long as I keep the button pushed, and the 0 when I release it. Okay, so since we want to open it, we say garage open on. We use the next one to close that garage. So we go garage close, and that's our off command. And the third one, let's say we want to use an alarm system. I go alarm on, off, so that would have to be a toggle auxiliary function. Again, in the group objects you can see these are our communication objects where you need to drag the group address of the sending and then of the receiving to this communication object. Let's say our next function is going to be auxiliary up-down relative. The thing you can select right here, let's say we use it to ramp volume of an IR controller up or down. You can select direction up, so that's correct. The next one will be auxiliary up-down relative, so this is going to be our volume down. Again, you could be using a Zenyu KNX IR module. Down. You see up-down relative. You go to group objects to determine the length. There's your 4-bit communication object where you would have to drag and drop your group address. Let's say the next auxiliary we want to create is 1 byte unsigned value. So let's say we have some lights, some ceiling lights, and we want to send them to 50% each time we push a button. This is your 1 byte value, punch in 128, and you're always sending that dimmer channel to 128, so to 50%. Again, group objects, this is your 1 byte unsigned value, 1 byte, drag and drop your group address, boom, you're done. Finally, there's our auxiliary 2 byte float value. So let's say we have a sauna and we want to send that sauna to 95.5 degrees each time we push a button. Then, if it was only 95 degrees, we put in 95, no digits after comma, but now we want to send it to 95.5, so we put this in and we put this to 1. This is again an ETS database application, so you have to live with the complexity of the KNX world. And that's it. You see again, here's our 2 byte communication object. Drag and drop your 2 group addresses to this one. If you don't want feedback, just drag and drop the sending one and you're done. Thanks for tuning in.